Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided I'm not gonna do a tutorial but a real design with me process of designing a t-shirt for my friend whose birthday are coming close in a week. So I'm going to design for him a t-shirt with his favorite restaurants and cafes around our city. So me and my colleague, we had some brainstorming session about the visuals and the layout. So what I would like to do is a cream background, because that's like off-white t-shirt is something that he wears very often. And also we want to have, I think we managed to have list of five things that are his favorites. And I would like it to have like this hand-drawn, not finished style. So I'm gonna be combining Adobe Illustrator and Procreate in my iPad. So this is gonna be a little different than on most of my usual tutorials. And this is going to be like really like a real process. So let's see how it's gonna end up, because it usually takes me much more than when I already have, you know, a design and I'm creating it, because now I'm going to be doing it from scratch. So let's jump into it. Okay, I started the recording. So what are we gonna start with is an A4 size, because I feel like the print is going to be more or less A4 on the t-shirt. So I'm going to set up A4 CMYK color mode. Here we have it. And also the layout that we came up with my colleague. So the t-shirt I downloaded from the website which I'm going to be ordering the printing. So you can just like order a print with the t-shirt from scratch. So let's put it, yeah, the A4 fits kind of well. We also want the artboard to be a little shorter. So in the end it's going to be 210 to 250 millimeters. It's gonna be size of a print. Maybe I will decide later to do it a tiny bit smaller. We will see how it's gonna look. And I need to check, where's the list? Okay, so I have the list in here, and I'm going to be searching for inspiration on Pinterest. So let's jump into Pinterest and we will search for, okay. I also have a color palette ready, because these are the things that he usually wears, so it's like a similar coloring. So I picked a few hand-drawn style stuff around. And I haven't decided yet what is going to be the way of how I'm gonna draw it, because you can also connect your iPad to your MacBook and you can like just draw directly into Adobe Illustrator. But I would probably prefer to first draw it on my iPad and then doing the vectorization. So I'm going to select a sketch brush first. I now have to remember where it is. Sketch, okay. So I have it in here, and I want to draw ramen soup. So I'm not gonna search for much inspiration to ramen, because I kind of like know how it looks. I'm just gonna maybe like take a look on these things around. I really like this overlay effect, but it's not very good for real print of like how I'm going to do it. So I will, yeah, create another layer, and I will draw a first sketch a little bit bigger, a little bit much bigger. Okay, I'm gonna start with the bow. Okay, with something, and then I want to, okay, and I also want it look like it's steam going out of there. And then I will adjust the size because I need it to be 1/3. Yeah, I feel I'm gonna start with creating these background blobs of color. It's gonna be better. So let's go in here, and here goes the there used to be a hex code. Ah, here it is. And I'm gonna paste it. Okay. So I'm gonna as well create my color swatch in here. In this layer, I only need 2 of the colors. This is the first one, and the second one is okay. Is this one? Alright. Yeah, I like these two a lot. So the orange one is going to be the underlying color, and the dark green is going to be the drawing style. And I was thinking about also coming with a third color, but I'm always for simplicity rather than overcomplicating things. Okay, so I have a color swatch and I have the first sketch, and in here I'm going to create these blobs. I always keep it on separate layers, and there's also a possibility to export it from Procreate in layers or in PDFs, which each of them is a layer, which is sometimes very handy when you need to vectorize things. And let's move this thing in here. Okay. The second one. I'm kind of trying too hard. I need a bigger brush. And just like, okay, bigger, and just like put it on the page. Yeah, this is it. Okay. I'm trying not to do a lot of these like wrinkled or very much drawing like corners, because there is going to be, I'm going to vectorize it afterwards and it's not gonna look nice. So I'm kind of like trying to keep it smooth at the same time as I'm trying to make it unfinished and hand-drawn style like. Let me know if you think I managed to do that. And I need this copy. Okay, and I need to have it in here. And I'm gonna flip it. So it looks like I drawn them again, even though I didn't, because I'm a lazy artist, what can I tell you? And then I'm going to do a copy of, no, not this one. I'm going to copy this guy from here, not from there. Okay, copy and paste, and flip it. Cute. Okay, so now I have all of the blob shapes, and I'm going to flatten them to a layer, and I feel like we are kind of okay about the size, but let's check the canvas. I was saying that it's going to be around 200, right? I feel this is okay, so I resized it so it's more square, because it in final version it's going to be a square. And so this is my underlying layer. And now I'm thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna keep it in here, and I'm gonna create a second layer, and this is going to be a sketch layer where I will just like do a first draft of all the foods we have in there. So the first one is ramen, and that's the one I'm going to sketch in here. So as I mentioned, it's going to be some kind of a bowl with sticks and the 3 nice smelling things. Then there's going to be a burger. Okay, this is a burger. It looks like from SpongeBob. I should probably make it a little bit more realistic because, yeah, so this one. And there's going to be also another burger. I don't want them to be close together, so I'm gonna put the second burger in here. And this one is going to be a little bit more like this because it should be a smash burger. I need to also remember a little bit like how the burger looks like. I was eating it a while ago. So this is another burger. And then I need a burrito. And for that I need to check the inspiration because I'm not sure. How should I... burrito sketch. Now I need burrito icon. I'm trying to make it like really simplified and at the same time keep the vibe of the thing that is there. So we know it's wrapped, and maybe I'm gonna do the diagonal one because it can look a little bit better. Okay, let's imagine that this is a burrito. It looks like a baby wrapped in a towel. Okay. I also decided that there are going to be like signs, which one is which of his favorite foods, because I'm a little bit scared that with my expression of things, it's not gonna look as he think it could. So that he understands what's gonna be about. Okay. And the last one is the egg food truck, and it's gonna be funny egg icons because I need it to represent the food made from eggs, because it's like the food truck is just making eggs of various on various styles, but it still is an egg, you know, so it's made from eggs. Okay. I'm also thinking about drawing fries around the burger, because with one of them, like with all the burgers, we always eat fries. And I'm also making bigger the coffee, because even though it's not the same size as everything else is, I'm trying to keep the visual weight of things more or less similar. That's why I'm rethinking this like egg from the broken, I'm not sure if it's good. Yeah, by the way, this is the thing, this is the real designing process most of the time. I'm just usually drawing and not being happy with the results. Okay. But the burgers looks kind of okay. And I feel like the green is too light. I need a darker green, and I will add it also to my layer. Okay, because it's not gonna look as nice then. But I'm pretty much happy with how it looks. I'm just gonna try to sign it so I know where the signs should be located. Okay, I like it a lot. Fine. So I'm gonna keep the sketch as is, and then I'm going to draw on the top. I will just make the layer a little bit lighter, and let's pick the clean sketch brush. Let's try the size. Okay. And now I'm going to try to make it a little nicer, but like not overly done, which is like one of the hardest things you can do as an artist, because like the unfinished and the try too hard are so close together. I don't like this. Now the bowl needs to have this like straight, and I can't do much lines because I really like to vectorize it and look nice, which happens like once in a blue moon, if you are curious. Okay. I need to think about something else. Usually while I'm designing, I'm watching a movie, which obviously I can't do now because you would be watching with me, which would also be very much interesting content, like design with me while I'm watching the movie. I don't like the burger. It looks like... I don't even know what it looks like. And I'm always trying to do the sketch layer as invisible as possible, because otherwise I'm kind of using too much the underlying layer and not drawing over it, and then it looks weird when I like put it away. This we will try to look like meat, okay. And then we have the burrito. Burrito. Some kind of veggies hanging from their stuff. Okay. It looks a little less like a baby, but it still doesn't look like a burrito much. But thankfully I decided, I knew why I'm doing it. I decided to use the names, so it's gonna be pretty much obvious what's happening there. Okie dokie. Alright. The egg looks still a little weird. I'm not sure what am I gonna do about it. Maybe also nothing, because like the time is precious and I have to send the design preferably tomorrow, so I need to be very efficient with everything I'm doing. Okay, and then the coffee. Yeah, in the cafe he really likes they are serving the coffee in these giant mugs, you know, like in France. That's what I really like about this cafe. Okay, and the two. Yeah, by the way, I was teaching a few of my colleagues how to work with Adobe Illustrator, and I was always doing the sounds, which for me represented what the Illustrator is doing, but it was very funny if you would listening to me. I was just like, and then you do this and me, and it's done. But like whatever, right? Okay, I feel the egg needs to be green, even though it doesn't make much sense. Yeah, this is much better. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little like just lines over there where I feel like it needs to be a little rougher, a little texture, a little something. Let's see how it goes. And in the on the cup of coffee, I'm gonna put a fake logo of the cafe, even though they actually don't have cups with their logos. Oh, this is so bad. By the way, me telling to myself that what I'm doing is bad isn't really like I think I'm the most terrible designer. It's just like, it's just the way I talk while I'm thinking about stuff, and it's always a rough draft, so I never like much worry about it or anything. It's just a way of talking. Okay. Now it's getting better. I feel the cup is really, it's too light. Let's add the fake coffee in there. Okay, that's something. And also the ramen needs a little darker elements, so I'm gonna put some lines in the chopsticks, and in here I feel it can be the meat in the burger. Okay, All right, now you see I'm trying to like make the elements more or less the similar visual weight, so it doesn't overpower one or another. And now I'm thinking about the diagonals, because the ramen is straight, so is the second burger, but the first burger is in a diagonal and the burrito is also in a diagonal, and everything else beside these two is straight. So now let's try to move it, and maybe I will just make the burger straight. Okay, it doesn't look very bad. The burrito is gonna look very weird when it's gonna be standing up. Okay, I'm gonna keep it diagonal, and then I'm going to like help the visuals with writing the names in these like weird blurs of angles. Alrighty, so now we are going to export the layers that I have, and we are going to share. We're going to share PNG files, as each layer is going to have its own PNG. And then I will move to Adobe Illustrator. Okay, we have all the layers in here. So this is the sketch layer. We're gonna delete these two, so we are only keeping these two. And I'm going to set an multiply on this one and bring it to front. So now we can, okay, and I will align them together. Blop, blop. And you see now it looks like I had it in the exactly. It looks like I had it in my Procreate. And so now I'm gonna actually ungroup it because I grouped it before, and I will go to window, and now I will have to remember, yeah, image trace. So I'm going to open this image trace window. What we are going to do now is we are going to basically vectorize the layer from image to actual objects, and let's see how it goes. Also, the sun is making me angry. And we turn on preview, and we want to have it in color. I'm pretty okay with this. So this is the image trace that that basically happened from you can see it's not perfect, and we will get to it a little later, but now I'm going to go for expand, and you see that from raster layer I have this vector, and it's gonna be very ugly, so now we have to do stuff like clean up it a little. I think there is actually some really smart way how to do it, not this weird way which I'm using. However, I don't have the time to figure it out now, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay. I'm not deleting all of the little details. I would just really like to have it all in the same color, which I'm probably gonna do is this, and then I'm going to use a pathfinder to make all the shapes be one object, because eyedropper, I pick the color and go pathfinder. I'm not using the shape builder because there's really a lot of shapes which I'm not able to point at, and this way I'm ensuring that all of them stays in the family. You see there are still these thingies. I will destroy it later. First of all, I'm gonna make all these to be the same color and the same object. And again, the same color and the same object. Okay, I could have probably keep it differentiated. However, I don't want to, because then it can screw up the outcomes of the print. So you see this tiny stuff still making me angry in here. Okay, so this guy, by the way, I'm using command command Y. Yeah, command Y. No, don't fall asleep. And by multiple clicks I'm like getting into these objects and destroying them. Delete, delete. Everything that is not connected to the main. Delete. I think it can screw up the printing process. I've never actually did any type of vectorization in this way. Like I never, when I'm working in Adobe Illustrator, I'm usually doing everything from scratch. I don't mind. It's a lot of work when you try to make it sort of kind of like perfect from the beginning, but at the same time it's sometimes easier than doing, you see, this what I'm just doing now. And maybe I won't even like it then, and I'm going to but it's fine. Yeah, it's kind of okay. Okay, so the color fits. I'm going to care about the fonts a little later, but I want this to go away and I want to keep these guys. I also put this weird, what is it? Is it like scribble down because I want to have something there, but I don't know what, so it's gonna take some time of me figuring out. I'm gonna also move it. Okay, so that's one layer. That was the easier one, and now we are going to image trace this, and now that's going to be funny. While you were working with the threshold, you can see how the shapes are changing and how each of the objects is a little bit more pronounced than the others. So you can also, by the way, choose one of these. I never do so because it usually doesn't finish well. Like this time I guess it did. Yeah, let's use it like this. So, and now let's group. No. Let's select, group them so I can move all the bits and pieces, and I want the color to be the green. It actually looks kind of nice even with the lighter green, but let's maybe give it a tiny bit more dusty and more dark visual. Okay, and I'm gonna move the coffee because it's too high. Alright, so far it looks kind of nice. I'm gonna also use the same orange as I used in here, and I'm gonna rewrite the city for the name of our city a little bit later and add the sun is getting to me, and add the names of the restaurants underneath or around, or like somewhere around it. And then I'm going to put the t-shirt away and just save this as a PDF, because I'm always sending it to print in PDF, and then I always send them like a view of the t-shirt on its own, so they know how it looks. You can find the final t-shirt and all the views in the description